Watch BNN anchor Kailin Schumacher, Thursdays at 7.
Students at CVTC and UW-Eau Claire are offering help with taxes this season. This is due to the Volunteer Income Tax Assistant, or VITA program, through the IRS. On Thursday from February 8th through April 12th, students at CVTC will provide free income tax preparation in room 240 of the Business Education Center located on Claremont Street. And every Monday from February 5th to April 9th, UWEC students will meet with clients from 9 a.m. to 4:30 at the Royal Credit Union near Shopko. To qualify, you must have an income of $54,000 a year or less. This year, 12 movies were submitted to the 8th annual 31-day Video Project Festival, making it the biggest turnout the event has ever seen. Bedtime stories in each film had to include the line, "Was that really worth waking me up for?" a teddy bear as a prop, and a character named Matt Tress. The event was held on Tuesday evening at the Woodland Theater Hall in Davies Center. The audience was treated to refreshments as they watched the students' productions. After the screening, the audience was invited to vote on their favorite film. The overall winner was Dead Giveaway, who picked up 4 awards, including the audience fan favorite. After Governor Scott Walker signed a bill last month creating $100 million in grants for school security, Attorney General Brad Schimmel wants to give a share to every school that applies. The State Department of Justice began taking applications Tuesday afternoon. Schimmel said Wednesday that if every school in Wisconsin got a grant, the average would be $32,000. He says the agency aims to give at least some money to every applying school. He says schools that need basic security upgrades such as door locks will be prioritized.
Coming up after the break, weatherman Charlie Johnson has latest on today's forecast, and we'll take a look at a special story in sports.
Then stay tuned for your favorite story of the week. You're watching Blue Gold News Now. Stay with us. Cheaper bus fares may be on the way for some riders in Eau Claire. The City Council is holding a public discussion to consider approving lower fares for those struggling to make ends meet. While they already offer reduced fares for people with disabilities and the elderly, they want to soon include low-income people as well. An option to partly help fund the change would be to increase the monthly ridership pass to $60 and increase the current $25 monthly pass for elderly and disabled people to $30, while also making it available to low-income riders. Despite a recent study showing more than 60% of the transit system riders meet federal poverty guidelines, instead of lowering the rates overall, the council would likely still keep the increased fares for the riders that can afford it. The Wisconsin DNR has listed the Eau Claire County and surrounding counties as high fire danger counties. The DNR said that as of Tuesday, burning is not allowed due to fire weather conditions. Burning in barrels, debris piles, and grass or wooded areas with an annual permit is prohibited. Park officials say even if the ground feels wet, the potential for a ground fire doesn't go away. For a county map to view today's burning restrictions and fire dangers, visit the DNR website. A small fire at Memorial High School evacuated students Tuesday morning. The Eau Claire Fire Department says the construction crews who are working on the school renovation were the ones responsible for the exterior building fire. The fire was extinguishable, but the smoke was sucked into the ventilation system, causing the alarm to go off. The fire department arrived at the scene to make sure there wasn't more fire. All students and staff were able to go back into the school after about 35 minutes. While federal housing data show homelessness dropping in Wisconsin, some shelters across the state say that they are inconsistent with federal numbers. The Wisconsin Coalition Against Homelessness estimates there are 20,000 homeless people in the state, with many of them being children. Executive Director of the coalition, Joe Volk, says the data is more accurate than federal numbers because federal volunteers only count the numbers a few times each year, and there are limited volunteers. Program Director at Hope Gospel Mission in Eau Claire, Chris Heldon, said right now the organization is working to expand resources in the community to fight the homelessness problem.
As we all know, yesterday was Valentine's Day.
And while penguins can't swipe right, they can grab a big red heart in their beaks and waddle it over to deliver at their beloved's feet. And that's why this is our favorite story of the week.
Wednesday at the California Academy of Sciences, biologists handed out felt hearts to a colony of African penguins, streaming on 3 cameras for anyone with a little extra cuteness in their life.
African penguins are endangered in the wild, and the Academy's tradition is meant to help promote its captive breeding program.
The Academy revealed a dating profile will soon be posted on Instagram for the stories of the endangered cuties. They are tentatively calling it Penguin Bachelor and Bachelorette.
That is so cute.
That's literally the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire
I know.
life.
I would rather have that than like chocolates any day. I just want a penguin to bring me a heart.
I know, nothing, now every Valentine's Day pass list is not going to meet to what I just saw.
No, never, right?
Unbelievable.
Gosh.
That's all the news we have for you tonight.
Join us next week for your latest news, sports, and weather.
Make sure to like TV10 on Facebook and subscribe to TV10 on YouTube. I'm Taylor Pomisel.
And I'm Kailin Schumacher. Thank you and good night.